Okay, friends, how are you? I hope you're all in good health. Today, I want to share you some of the top 10 historical inventions that change our society forever. Imagine a world where something could roll, a world where moving heavy objects, building structures, or even traveling was a constant struggle. It's hard to picture, right? Well, thanks to one of the earliest and most influential invention in history is the well. It's the well. Number one, well. Everything changed. This simple yet brilliant creation has been a cornerstone of human progress for over 5,000 years, and its impact is still felt today. The wheel was not just a tool for moving things from one place to another. It was a foundation for all kinds of other inventions and advancements. When the wheel was first invented around 3500 BC in Mesopotamia, it was initially used for pottery, but its use quickly expanded and it became crucial for transportation and agriculture. The development of the wheel led to the creation of chariots, carts, and eventually vehicles. Without the wheel, our ability to build cities, expand, trade, and develop modern technology would have been impossible. Its simplicity is what makes it so powerful. Is one of the most significant inventions in human history. Number two, the printing press. Picture a time when books were a rare treasure, handwritten one by one, and information was passed by word of mouth. Now, imagine what happened when this all changed. The printing press wasn't just an invention, it was the key to unlock the doors of knowledge and spread in ideas to every corner of globe. Let's take a look at how this single invention sparked a revolution in learning and communication today. In 15th century, Johann Gutenberg's printing press revolutionized the world. Before its invention, books were incredibly expensive and hard to come by. They were painstakingly copied by hand, and only the rich or the church had access to knowledge. Gutenberg's press allowed for the mass production of books, making literature, news, and ideas accessible to the masses. This innovation was a major catalyst for the Renaissance, the Reformation, and the Age of Enlightenment, changing the course of history by spreading education and challenging all ideas. It's hard to imagine a world where information couldn't be shared quickly, but the printing press made that possible, creating the foundation for the modern world of communication. Number three, the most powerful invention, electricity. Can you imagine a world without light? A world where we depend on fire or candles to see in the dark. It's hard to picture in today's world where electricity powers almost everything we do. But there was once a time when electricity was just a dream. Let's explore how the discovery and harnessing of electricity has completely transformed our way of life. Electricity is one of the greatest inventions to mankind to date, yet it wasn't a single invention but rather a series of discoveries over centuries. In the 19th century, scientists like Nikola Tesla and Thomas Edison brought the idea of electrical power into the real world. They developed their tools and systems to generate, store, and distribute electricity, making it accessible to homes, businesses, and factories. This invention changed everything from lighting up our homes to powering industries, transportations, and communication. With the electricity, there would be no smartphones, computers, or even televisions. It's the invisible force that makes our modern world go on, and we often take it for granted, but it in fact has been immeasurable. Number 4, the telephone. It is also the greatest one of the inventions. Imagine living in a world where if we went to speak to someone, you had to be right next to them. No longer distance calls, no messages, no instant connections. Sounds limiting, right? Well, the inventions of the telephone completely transformed the way we communicate, bringing people closer despite distance and changes the very nature of human connections. In 1876, Alexander Graham Bell made history by inventing the telephone. Before this, communication over long distances was either impossible or incredibly slow. Letters would take days or even months to reach their destination. The telephone was the first device to allow people to instantly talk to each other, no matter where they were. It wasn't just about convenience, it revolutionized businesses, educations, and personal relationships. The telephone has evolved into smartphones, but the basic principle of connecting people across distance remains the same. Without the telephone, the world as we know it today, with global communication and instant access, would not exist. One of the biggest inventions that change our art today is number 5, the internet. We live in a time where information is just a click away. From shopping online to learning a new skills, the internet has changed how we interact with the world. But it wasn't always like this. Let's dive into how the invention of this internet opened up a whole new world of possibilities and how it continues to transform society every single day. In the late 20th century, the internet was born. Initially developed as a way for scientists to share information, it quickly grew into something far more powerful. The internet has revolutionized the way we communicate, learn, and entertain ourselves. We can now access information from across the globe, instantly connect with the friends and family, and work from anywhere in the world. It's create a digital world where anything is possible, from online education to digital businesses, social media, and even virtual reality. The internet is no longer just a tool, it's an essential part of our everyday lives and is reshaping how we think about the world. Number 6, the automobile. We everyone know the automobile is another kind of invention that changed our art. Think about how often you drive a car, whether it's to work, school, or even a road trip. Cars are an essential part of modern life, but it wasn't always like this. There was a time when traveling over long distances was a major challenge. The automobile changed all that, reshaping society and the way we live. In 1886, Carl Benz built the first practical automobile, and the world was never the same. The car quickly became more than just a luxury. It became a tool that revolutionized transportation. With the automobile, people were no longer limited by horse-drawn carriage or walking. Roads, cities, and economics changed as people could travel farther and faster than ever before. The rise of the car also led to the creation of the modern road network and the automobile industry, which became one of the largest industries in the world. Car made the world feel smaller, and for the first time, long distance travel was within reach for almost anyone. Number 6, vaccination. Wow, it's a super invention of human beings. What if we live in a world where deadly diseases could spread uncontrollably, taking lives with no way to stop them? Thanks to the invention of vaccination, we have been able to fight off countless diseases and save millions of lives today. Let's take a comment to understand how this breaking through changed the course of human history. In the late 1700s, Edward Jenner introduced the first smallpox vaccine, which laid the foundation for the practice of vaccination. This simple yet revolutionary idea has saved millions of lives by preventing deadly diseases like smallpox, polio, and measles. Vaccines work by teaching the body how to fight off harmful pathogens, preventing illness before it can even start. This invention has not only saved lives but also allowed societies to thrive by preventing pandemics and protecting future generations. Without vaccination, life expectancy would be much shorter and the world would look very different. Number 8, the airplane, biggest invention. Imagine looking up at the sky and dreaming of flying. Well, that dream became a reality in the early 20th century when two brothers made history by inventing the first powered airplane. Today, the airplane connects people across continents, making the world feel smaller and more connected than ever before. In 193, Orville and Wilbur Wright made the first successful flight in a powered airplane, changing the world forever. This invention made it possible for people to travel faster and farther than ever before. Airplanes opened up global travel, created a new industry in aviation, and made the world more accessible today. Air travel connects billions of people, making it easier to explore the world, the new things, trade goods, and build international relationships. The airplane continues to evolve and it has become an essential part of how we live, work, and connect with each other. Number 9, the light. Wow, the light bulb. It changed something. It's one of the biggest invention that we know ever, because the light changed the night into day. Today, in every corner of the world, we use light to bright our world. Okay, let's imagine living in a world where the sun sets, the day is over, darkness would limit what we could do, and the world would feel much smaller. But thanks to the invention of the light bulb, we can work, study, and live without being held back by the dark. Let's look at how this simple invention changed everything. In 1879, Thomas Edison invented the light bulb, and it was nothing short of a revolution. Before this, people had to rely on candles, gas lamps, or even fire to see at night. The light bulb brought artificial light to homes, factories, and streets, dramatically changing how people live and work. With the light bulb, the possibilities were endless: extended working hours, safer streets, and brighter, more comfortable homes. It also sparked the development of electrical grids, which brought power to societies all over the world. This small invention continues to have a huge impact on our daily lives, lighting up everything we do. Number 10, the super invention of the human society. The computer is the most powerful device, the most powerful inventions. We think all of them. Then all of them. The computer. Okay, let's talk about the computer. We live in a world where technology is part of everything we do, from work to entertainment and everything in between. But none of this would have been possible without one invention, the computer. Let's explore how this incredible creation has changed the way we think, create, and live. The computer developed in the mid-20th century revolutionized the world. It started out as a massive machine for solving complex calculations, but soon evolved into something much more powerful and accessible. Computers are now at the heart of virtually every modern industry, from healthcare and education to businesses and entertainment. They allow us to communicate instantly, process enormous amounts of data, and create amazing technologies. Whether it's a laptop, a tablet, or smartphones, computers are central to our daily lives. As technology continues to evolve, the computer will remain one of the most important inventions of all time. Okay, guys, from the wheel to the computer, the STAN invention didn't just change the world, they redefine what's possible. What will the next big idea be? The future is full of possibilities, and we are all a part of that journey. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell icon for more inspiring stories for of innovation. See you next time. Thank you, my dear friends.